Hello students, and welcome back to yet another video on competency-based questions. This time we are going to be picking up the chapter called Madam Rides the Bus from your book, First Flight. So let's get going. The first question is for 40 to 50 words. Why do you think Valli is so obsessed with the bus? Valli is obsessed with the bus because it represents a window to a world outside of her small village. She is curious about the people and places beyond her immediate surroundings, and the bus is her only means of escaping her everyday life. The bus also symbolizes freedom and adventure, two things that Valli longs for. Next question. How does Valli's bus ride challenge her existing notions of the world? Valli's bus ride challenges her existing notions, that is, her views of the world in a number of ways. For example, she sees people from all walks of life on the bus, which helps her to realize that the world is a much more diverse place than she had previously imagined. She also sees sights and sounds that she has never seen or heard before, which further expands her worldview. So over here, students, you are most welcome to write the example of the cow. That is one sight that she sees and which is very different, where she laughs when the bus is going, and while returning, the cow is dead and she feels very sad. Apart from that, she met a woman, a man, whom she did not like on the bus. If you want to give examples, you can add them also over here. Next question. Why does Valli not get off the bus in the town to explore it? Valli does not get off the bus in the town to explore it because she is overwhelmed by the sights and sounds. So after all, students, she's an 8-year-old girl and she is not very confident about getting down from the bus and then not missing the bus. And seeing all the new places and the new people around, she feels that sitting in the bus is going to be more secure for her. So we continue with the answer. She has never seen so many people or buildings before, and she feels lost and out of the place. She also knows that she needs to get back on the bus soon or she will miss her ride home, and therefore she does not get down. Moreover, there are all strangers around whom she does not want to trust immediately. Next question. How does Valli's bus ride represent her journey into adulthood? Valli's bus ride represents her journey into adulthood in a number of ways. First, it is a physical journey that takes her away from her home and into the adult world. Second, it is an emotional journey that helps her to learn about herself and her place in the world. Finally, it is a symbolic journey that represents her transition from childhood to adulthood. Over here again, you could give the example of the cow if you wish to, because as adults we know what life and death is all about, and this is the first time that Valli comes across or faces death eye to eye when she sees the cow dead. Next question. Why do you think Valli smiled when her mother and aunt were talking about things happening without their knowledge? Valli likely smiled when her mother and aunt were talking about things happening without their knowledge because she had just experienced an adventure on the bus that was entirely her own. This adventure was something she had achieved independently without her family's knowledge or involvement. This is a very ironical situation as her mother was unaware of Valli's adventure. Valli's smile might reflect her inner satisfaction at having a secret personal experience that she would keep to herself. It could also symbolize her growing sense of autonomy, that is, independence, and the excitement of having her own experiences separate from her family's understanding. So this is a very secret adventure that she'd gone to. Her mother is not aware how she accumulated the money, and when she got to know the timings and everything for the bus, how she planned it. Whereas when the mother and the aunt were talking, they were talking about the world and how things are happening around them which they are not aware of. So the irony comes to the fact that Valli's own mother is unaware of her own daughter going to a bus ride, returning while she was just taking an afternoon siesta, that is a nap. She was sleeping in the afternoon. The next question is for 100 to 120 words. What is the significance of the cow in this story? So this is a very important question, and the cow plays a very important role in making Valli aware of what life and death is all about. So the cow in the story, Madam Rides the Bus, is a symbol of chaos, unpredictability, and the natural world. It also represents the challenges and obstacles that Valli faces on her journey. The cow first appears when Valli is on her way to the town. It runs in front of the bus, causing the driver to honk his horn. The cow is startled, surprised, and gallops away, but it is clear that it is unafraid of the bus. This incident foreshadows the challenges that Valli will face on her journey. So what is foreshadowing? Children, foreshadowing is a technique used in literature where the storyteller gives an advance hint of what is to come later in the story. So a hint. Now the cow has already galloped in front of the bus. So that is something giving us a hint that something could happen to the cow like this. And we see later in the story that yes, something does happen to the cow because they see the dead cow while they are returning from the town. Next paragraph. The cow also appears on Valli's return journey. However, this time it is lying dead on the side of the road. The sight shocks Valli and it makes her think about death for the first time. The dead cow is a reminder that Valli is entering a new and unfamiliar world, one that is full of surprises and challenges. On a deeper level, the cow represents the natural world, which is often in conflict with the human world. Valli's bus ride is a journey from the natural world of the village to the human world of the town. The cow's presence on the road is a reminder that the natural world is still present, even in the midst of the human world. The cow is also a reminder that Valli is still a child. She is curious about the natural world, but she is also afraid of it. The dead cow is a reminder that the natural world can be dangerous. Overall, the cow in the story, Madam Rides the Bus, is a complex and symbolic figure. It represents chaos, unpredictability, the natural world, the challenges of life, and the innocence of childhood. I am again repeating, students, this is an important question. Going on. Another 120 words question, a writing based question as usual. Can you reflect on how Valli's modest desires in the story have influenced your perspective on demands you've made to your parents? How has this story made you rethink the importance of material possessions in life? Write a diary entry expressing these insights. So first we need to understand the question. So after you see Valli's modest desire, very humble desire she had was to ride a bus. And how does it change your perspective, your view on the demands that you made of your parents? For example, you want a bigger, better phone, or you want a tablet, or you want an Xbox, or you want to go for a foreign trip. So over here you have to sit down and reflect that look at Valli and her desires and what have you been demanding. So this story makes you rethink that the material possessions in life may not be very important or all important. So you've got to write a diary entry expressing these thoughts. Let's look at it now. 7th October 2023, Saturday, 11:11 p.m. So this is the format of the diary. Dear Diary, upon reading Valli's story, I couldn't help but reflect on my own demands and desires, especially those directed towards my parents. Valli's simple yet powerful desire to ride the bus showed me the beauty of modest wishes. Unlike her, I've often asked for more, sometimes unreasonably so. This story made me realize that life isn't solely about material possessions. Valli found immense joy in a small adventure while I've occasionally taken things for granted. Her contentment with what little she had, coupled with her courage to fulfill her dream, serves as a serious, poignant reminder of the importance of appreciating life's simplicity. I've decided to be more considerate in my requests and less focused on materialism. Valli's story has shown me that true happiness can be found in the small, meaningful experiences, not just in possessions. I'm grateful for this valuable lesson and aspire to be more like Valli, appreciative, determined, and content with life's little treasures. And then you sign off with your name, May. And here I have some extra practice questions for you. The following are some questions for you to practice on your own. Why was standing at the front doorway Valli's favorite pastime? What was Valli's strongest desire regarding the bus? How did Valli prepare for the first journey on the bus? What incident during her bus ride made Valli laugh and why? What did Valli see on her way back home that saddened her? How did Valli respond when her mother and aunt asked her about where she had been? How does the passage, or I should say the story, illustrate Valli's character and her desire for independence? What is the significance of Valli's adventure on the bus in the context of the story? So try out these questions, and if you don't know any, you're most welcome to write in the chat or in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Take care, bye bye, and I'll see you in the next video.